Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I am organising a kitchen from start to finish, and I wanted to take you along with me and show you my tips, hacks and tricks on how to sort of organise a kitchen and make it really practical and functional for you. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on so you don't miss another video. So this is a bit of a before of this kitchen here. My client moved into this house probably about 10 years ago, and they actually told me that they'd never actually decluttered their kitchen ever. So they used to just add things to the kitchen but never really take things out of the kitchen. So this is how it's sort of become into this state, and they really wanted a bit of a change in here. So this is sort of where I've come in to help and get this kitchen back into a much more functional space. So we did probably spend about an hour to declutter this kitchen in total, and now the rest is up to me for me to go and organise it. But we do have a butler's pantry behind me that has been built. So it's a nice big massive area. So I don't know if I will organise the pantry. I'll see how much we've sort of got left in there, and I might put a few organisers in there which will be able to be used in here, but I'm still sort of going to suss that out as I organise. Okay, so this is everything that has been decluttered out of the kitchen. So we've got one tub there and we've got another tub there, and we've got like a blender and stuff like that. So there is a lot of things that need to be gone through to see if they need to be donated or thrown out and all that sort of thing. So now they're out of the kitchen. So this is everything out of the pantry. So these two bags here, one's a recycle, one's a rubbish, but these three big bags of stuff here in the supermarket bags are all out of date food. So if only we could get a refund on all this out of date food, we would be rich right now. Okay, so I thought I would quickly run with you what I've sort of done. So I've put everything into sections. So as you can see, this is a really nice sized kitchen. You've got cupboards and you've got lots of drawers, and then you've got some more overhead cupboards up here, and then you've got like a nice pantry in here. And if you see how it's all set up, like the shelving and that, it's just so cool. It's all like pull out and it's awesome. So what I've done is just divided this whole kitchen into categories. So I've actually put all the food prep stuff and baking stuff in this area. So I'll show you this area now. So this drawer I haven't actually touched. I decluttered it with the client because it was full of a junk drawer basically. There was pretty much 3 junk drawers in here amongst all the kitchen stuff. So the car keys will stay in here for the moment just because we're doing a command center next door. So yeah, this drawer is pretty much kept just decluttered. This next drawer is for your peeler, scissors, can opener, you know, all this stuff that you're gonna need when you are food prepping, because my client actually preps all their food on this bench right here. So making sure that we can leave this here is the prep station, and like the baking station is where we're at. Down the bottom here, I have some knives. There is no small children in the house. They do have guests with small children because they do have stuff in there, so they will need to be careful of this drawer, but otherwise the knives are in here. I've just put some non-slip matting down because I couldn't get any drawer dividers to actually fit these drawers from Kmart, so we'll have to have a little shop around and see what I can find. And down the bottom here is all the Gladwrap. Yes, there is 4 things of Gladwrap in here. Sorry, 3 things of Gladwrap in here. There was 4 things of sandwich bags. So I've decluttered them and put them all into like one, and then put the smaller ones on top. But yeah, I can't condense that anymore, unfortunately. It just makes sense to have them in here because again, this is a prep area. In this set of cupboards, I have the baking and food prep stuff. So again, still food prep, and then you've got the oven here, so it's sort of baking together and they sort of fit in well here. So I have just put in some of the bake stuff there and the chopping boards in there. And then in the top here, this is a bit that I do want to change. I do need to ask my client whether I can drill holes in here. So I don't want to do it without their consent, obviously. So what the plan was to put some melamine shelving, but instead of it going horizontally, I want it to go diagonally across here. So then I can use the file system like this for these here down here. So then they can all sit along like that. So this still does work, but it would work a lot nicer if it was in a file system. So you could possibly file 1, 2, 3, and 4, or maybe just 3, but it would still look a lot nicer if that could be done. But yeah, I'll just leave it up to them because it is easy. There's only 3 things in there, so it's not stacking, nothing's on top of each other. But if they do decide to get more, it may not function. In these set of drawers, I have just put all the electrical in here. Now, what I would normally do is buy a basket for these. So I'd put this in a basket with its attachments, just because a lot of the time you'll go to someone's cupboard and the attachments are just scattered everywhere and you can't find anything in them. So yeah, that's the electrical. And then down the bottom is a roasting dish. It doesn't really get used, but they still wanted to keep it. So I've put it in that bottom back corner here. And then there's some space here for anything that they'd like to put in there. In the top area here, I have all the stuff that is used for cooking because we're literally right near the stove top. So I thought that this would be the best use of space. So if you remember before, the utensils drawer was just chock full because it was just not big enough. So this is how we've sort of combated that problem, and everything has its own little spot. And there's even a spare spot up the top there. So I thought that this was a much better use of space than using it for the cups. And then down here, we have all of our pots and we have our tea towels because they don't have an oven mitt. They do use tea towels. So again, we're right near the oven. So it's just more practical, and we are right below the sink here. So it's going to be a lot easier to grab the tea towels from here when they're doing the dishes. And down the bottom here is just some more pots and pans. I just love how they're not stacked on top of each other. Like this one is, which you can easily unstack, but they are part of the set. So now for the under the sink cupboard. To be honest, I haven't really changed it. I've just sort of spaced these out a little bit so you can see what they are because there isn't that many cleaning products in there. I could have easily put them on a Lazy Susan or something like that. So we did have a massive problem with plastic bags in this house. So I just got this file organizer so they all stay nice and upright. It fits perfectly in this spot. And they're all folded up in this file system. So you can just grab one plastic bag out and you're good to go. Okay, so for the cupboards up here, I've actually just left the glasses there where they are. Then up at the very top, I have just got the wine glasses, and in this plastic container, I've actually just put all the party stuff in there. So this was mixed in with the first aid and some of the miscellaneous stuff that's in the basket. So I've just made its own little section for party. And then there's a bottle of vodka, which just gets used for parties as well, apparently. And then there's a vase. So this is just stuff that really rarely gets used. So I've put that right up to the top of the cupboard. To be honest, I haven't really touched this cupboard at all. I've put in the rest of the first aid there. I did go to get a first aid box when I was at Kmart, but they were all broken. These are just the protein shakers and a drink bottle. I did want to get some wine bottle holders to put these on because, as you can see, this is way too big. I may end up just moving this shelf peg up. And this is a camping stuff, so I'm going to be making a tub just for camping for that. But we'll show you a bit more of completed stuff, I think. So this is the pantry area. I wasn't actually going to touch this, but I had to because it's me. I have to touch things and make them look great if I can. So up the top, I've just put the Tupperware. So as I was saying before, there is going to be Butler's Pantry in here. So all this food that is in the bottom here and all the food that is in the middle is all going to be gone. So the Tupperware will probably go on these shelves down here, and they'll be all separated into their sizes, so it's easy to grab. So when you are making something, or you need a, instead of glad wrapping something and putting in the fridge, you can just use containers. So if they're easy and accessible in the sizes, and the sizes will go separate on separate different little shelves. These are so cool. How awesome would it be to have your own thing just for Tupperware that slides out? Oh, you can tell I have a terrible kitchen. I will have to show you one day. It is so tiny. So all the bowls are on here. And then on the next one, there is some plates. Don't worry, these are super duper sturdy. They're really awesome. And then on here is the coffee mugs and glasses. I went through all the expired stuff. I did buy a Lazy Susan, so this is such a good hack for like sauces and stuff. I do this in my own kitchen, and as you can see, there's like heaps of space in there. It's amazing. I love it. So these are such a good investment. I did buy the bamboo one, the small bamboo one from Kmart, and it was terrible. It didn't spin properly. So I swapped it over for this one, which I originally wanted, but they didn't have. So when I've come back today, they had it, and I was glad that the other one didn't work because this one works so much better. So yeah, all the Tupperware will be dealt with. And yeah, some of this stuff will go into containers when I can speak to my client and see what is still good and what isn't, so we can eliminate some of that Tupperware and yeah, get this looking nice. And then up the top here is just some light globes, and in this basket was the one that I was going to organize. So it's actually full of batteries and stuff. So I did purchase this sorting thing because there's like batteries and fuses and stuff. So there's lots of different things, a few cords, but yeah. So I bought this and it's so good. Check it out, guys. It has all these different compartments, but where is it? It's smashed and I didn't even notice. So I'm going to take that back. So I didn't even get to sort that. I was so excited to show you guys as well. So anyway. So thank you all so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you do want to see more from me, I do have a Facebook and Instagram page where you can catch me on. And I will see you next week with another video. Bye.